Greetings, everybody, from high atop the penthouse suite of the Hit the Pick Entertainment Complex. It is time once again for the Hit the Pick Founders Show. It's Wednesday. We do it every single week, almost, and it's 6:05 Eastern, 5:05 Central. If you're in the rest of the country, figure it out what time it is. But we're here. We're ready to talk a lot of stuff. We got a little NFL. We got a little CFL. We got a little WNBA. We got a little MLB. Let's start with the All-Star game last night. Went to extra innings, except not, as we went to the home run derby. I'll start off easy. Let's meet our panel first of all, and right after we do, right before I remind you to stop by hitthepick.com, check out all the great deals we've got going on there for the upcoming NFL season. Grab some MLB plays. We got these guys are going to tell you later about how on fire they are. And that's the nice thing about the five of us. Somebody's always on fire. Guarantee it. All right. So,
usually Delano.
What's that?
Usually Delano.
Delano, yeah. It's death, taxes, and Delano crushing some sport or another. Those are the things you can depend on in life. Absolutely.
David, no nickname Delano.
There you go.
Maybe we should all get rid of our nicknames. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Let's start with Loud Esmond. Loud Esmond up there in the wilds of Washington, raising goats and occasionally making picks. What'd you think of the All-Star game last night? Did you like the ending? Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, and it's not a real game, so it doesn't bother me to do something a little bit different. It was neat to see, a big comeback and a lot of home runs getting hit, and the big dumper winning the home run derby, and then, some of the players showing up in the game who you want to see, play well. And then the funniest thing is one of the most important hits of the game was a dribbler. I love the pitcher's reaction. He's laughing that I can't believe, that's the one that the run scores on. But anyway, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it's a fun game. It's supposed to be an exhibition. It's supposed to be fun for the fans. Major League Baseball has their all-star thing figured out, and the NHL does a decent job. The NBA, it's okay, but man, NFL sucks at their all-star game.
I don't blame them because it doesn't take much to catch a knee injury or something stupid in an NFL game. Anytime you're tackling, you're going at speed, you're hitting those kind of huge mass bodies. You know what? The last thing I want to see is somebody get hit and injured in an NFL.
Man, Suarez took one to the hand last night, didn't he?
And how is he? Is he going to be okay? He looked like he was be able to shake it off at the time. Did you hear?
I hope so, because somebody's going to trade for him.
Yeah,
he needs to play.
All right, so let's head to Las Vegas, Nevada, and apparently that's the mecca of gambling, from what I have heard. He has just moved there. Wow. He has already conquered the town. They're calling him King West. I don't know if that's going to stick or not, but it's the one, the only. It's Sniper West. What's going on, Snipe?
Yeah, it was interesting. I was watching you on Sports Rage last night with Gabe, and I was unaware that it was actually going to go to that mini home run derby until Gabe started talking about it. And so, of course, what does a degenerate gambler do? He goes in live on the game, because I had already won first 3 innings under 2.5 runs, which actually was a miracle that I won that.
It was.
And then I had I won a first 5 bet as well. And then so I had no action on the end of the game, and I said, oh, what better way to go? I'll take the National League Live. And I did. I took the National League Live in the 8th inning, I believe, while you guys were talking about it. And then, I watched the whole derby play out. It was super cool. And assuming I won the bet, and right before I went to bed, I checked my betting app, and they voided the ticket. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I guess they voided the ticket because they have to win in regulation, even though I went in live during the 8th inning. I guess maybe because it went to the mini derby, they voided the ticket. But I woke up this morning, and I don't know, maybe the powers that be had a change of thoughts, because they actually credited my account. So I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I had National League too, and I didn't check it last night, but I did check it this morning, and it was good.
Yeah. Another thing too, it's kind of funny. I mean, half of us thought there was a show today, the other half thought there was not, and then all of a sudden we have all 5 of us on the show, which is a record.
It's amazing. I thought there was going to be. I thought there was going to be like 3 people gone, and then all of a sudden, Loud calls me at 2 minutes after, like, "Where are you?" I'm like, I'm right here, dude. What are we doing? And I go, we're having a show. Like, okay.
Well, it's because there was so much going back and forth on our feed between all of us, yelling at each other about whether there was a show or not. It generated interest.
I'm just along for the ride. Wes, did you like the way it ended? Did you like that the home run derby to decide the game?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, Gabe summed it up great last night on the show. He said the reason they did this is because the whole Bud Selig debacle, right?
Yeah,
and that he canceled the game. All those bettors had tickets voided, and they wanted action on it. So they kind of, if you're going to get in bed with FanDuel and DraftKings, you got to make sure you make the bettors happy. So it was definitely a good thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'll tell you what, if they'd avoided all the action on the National League, they would not have made bettors happy.
Yeah,
that would have been an absolute PR nightmare. And I guarantee you, it was easier for them just to pay the bets. Plus, they had bets on the American League, so I don't know if they took a beating or not. I doubt they had a lot of action on that. So yeah, the good move. By the way, that was like the weirdest show I've ever done. It was just like sitting with two buddies at the bar as the game's going on in real time.
Yeah.
I had like all these NFL futures talked about and college football, and we got to none of that. We just sat and watched the home run derby, and they're about 20 seconds in front of me, so that was a super great experience. All right. You know him, you love him. He's red hot. What are you red hot at, Delano?
I mean, really the only thing to be red hot in, I guess I don't do CFL baseball. I'm doing a little WNBA here and there, but not that much. But been hot in baseball. I mean, except after the first, I had a bad 2 weeks to start the season, and ever since then I've been pretty much hot the whole season.
That's good. And he is David Delano, by the way, currently residing in Houston, Texas, by way of, I can never remember. You're from Akron?
Toledo.
I knew it was one of those schools. From Rocket Country. We could call him the Rocket Man.
From Rocket Country, but I went to Bowling Green. But yeah,
I would have guessed you. God, I can never remember any of this. I thought you went to Kent State. I knew you didn't go to Toledo. You went to Bowling Green. All right, very good. So did you like the way the All-Star game ended? You're good with that?
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I mean, for looking at, only thing really going on yesterday. I mean, there was some WNBA action, but when you have a 6-0 game that looks like a dud in the 7th inning, and then all of a sudden it ends like that, I don't know how you could be disappointed with the result. I actually had the over, and I had the American League too. So I'm glad that they paid you guys on those National League bets, because I did not, because they counted it as a loss with the American League. And I guess I was looking at some of the rules. I guess every book has it different, because they were saying that the game, I guess, is technically considered a tie, but then again, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Because it's not like it decides home field advantage anymore. It only really matters to bettors. But it was fun to watch. I was on the phone with my dad when it was 6-0, and I didn't put an extra live bet in, but he was actually saying, this is when you always talk about the live betting. This would be a good time. You could probably make some money if you put a live bet in on the American League and they come back. And I didn't do it. I didn't think they would come back, but it was fun to see it happen. And then, it's always fun to see history be made. I mean, none of us had seen that happen, and I think we all were trying to see how the home run derby shootout was if that's what you call it, was gonna work out. So
right.
It's fun. We all got to witness history. So whenever you can say that in 2025, it's first time for that. It was fun.
It's a good point.
Yep. I think I came up with a nickname for Delano. He went to Bowling Green, so we call him the Falcon.
The Falcon? Okay.
Isn't that your mascot? Your Bowling Green mascot?
Yes.
Bowling Green Falcons.
All right.
I guess that didn't go over too well.
Work in progress. All right. And now we go to the man with the most confusing nickname of all of us. It's Tom Macrina, aka Rye Cape, everybody. So did you just put that in like one of those generators, like Post Malone got his rap name? Did you just put that in?
That's what it was.
There it is.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
All right. Tommy, did you like the way the All-Star?
Something that sticks.
Did you like the way the All-Star game ended?
Yeah, it's way better than the Ghost Runner on second base.
I agree. I hate that so much. I hate that.
Then you had a Philly be the hero too. You probably love that.
Yeah, that was even better. All right, here, I got one for you. So it was a slow day. Decided to take my wife to the casino, tell her she's going to bet on the All-Star game. So the bet I put on is to go at plus 450 to go in. Well, I thought it was extra innings. What is it, Wes?
Just the
Overtime?
derby or overtime, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever it is. So that's the bet we took at plus 450. I told my wife she had to bet something. She's like, are there any Phillies in the All-Star game? Yes, Kyle Schwarber. She's like, I'm taking him. So, yeah, we cashed that at 40-1 too.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was nice. So, I told her, you're going to have to hit a walk-off home run or something like that to cash that. And
he hit 3 of them.
I don't know that he was the best player in the game, but he certainly won it. So, yeah, it was a good All-Star game. It was fun to watch, too. I liked Clayton Kershaw being mic'd up and all that stuff. I thought that was pretty cool, too.
Talking during his windup, I thought that was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Great.
And he says, I'm going to throw a slider here. No, he wants to throw the curve. And just threw the most beautiful curve in the world. Just a classic Kershaw 72-mile-an-hour falling off the table. I thought that was great. That and when Smoltz said, throw him the cutter. Like, I don't have a cutter. That was pretty good, too. Thank you very much, all 4 of you, for leaving me the runway to bitch about the obvious with the extra innings home run derby. Who are these guys?
One more thing, Steamroller. So Pete Alonso, actually, if you think about it, he kind of got robbed.
100%.
He was going to be the MVP.
Yep.
Not only that, Schwarber went before him. So if it had gone to the last batter, then Alonso would have came up again and had a chance to be MVP. So he got robbed twice last night.
Yeah, I just wanted to see. I wanted to see Judge. I wanted to see Ohtani.
Yeah.
Like
they were out of the game. Baseball, when you're done, you're done.
Dude, everybody was out of the game at that point.
Not anybody who batted.
They've got to adjust that rule for the All-Star game that you can come back in if it.
No.
You can come back in if it goes to the swing off there.
Nah, they had to correct guys in the swing off. They did it correctly.
I heard they predetermined that even before the game.
They absolutely did. They absolutely did. They asked. They had to get a list of volunteers, and it was we talked about it last night, Wes. What was it? $15,000?
Yeah.
$15,000 to participate.
Yeah.
So we didn't have the major league leader in home runs. We didn't have Aaron Judge,
home run derby winner,
the best home run, and a home run derby winner, right? We had Aranda for
Stowers,
right? Stowers from
Miami.
I didn't think that made any sense. So was that
we didn't have to see Stowers.
What's that?
Kyle Schwarber. We didn't have to see Stowers thanks to Kyle Schwarber.
No, he went.
Stowers was first.
He went first.
He
had a couple fly balls.
Yeah,
Right,
Alonso would have been third for the NL. He never had to come up because I think Caminero did not hit enough home runs.
And by the way, Matt Olson was playing first base, not Pete Alonso. So
that's true. Yeah, he was already out of. Well,
right.
Yeah, he was already out of the game. Yeah,
he was already out of the game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, and we I just think we could have done a lot better, but we didn't, and it was what it was. But I think those guys, and maybe, I was joking last night on show with Gabe that I think Ohtani was probably flying over my house about the time they were hitting that home run derby. So
probably.
I'm sure those guys were in street clothes and whatnot. So anyway, it was fun. Let's talk a little bit about the second the second half, and it's not really the second half. Obviously, is they've already played 90 plus games or so, or 90 more than that. Like most of them played 95, 96 games. So the Jays are leading the East, Tigers in the Central, and the Astros in the West. Anybody think that won't stay that way? And it really, the only question at this point, I think, is whether the Yankees are going to be able to mount a comeback. Loud, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say status quo. I mean, these teams have proved that they've been the best so far, 2/3 the way through the season, just about. And, unless somebody has a major injury somewhere,
Right.
Stranger things can happen, but I take it as it is right now.
And it's wide open. It's wide open in the senior circuit as the Phillies are a half game up on the Mets. Cubs are a game up on the Brewers. Dodgers are 5.5 up on the Padres. They kind of survived their little mini slump and put it away. Do you think the same thing about the National League, or is it going to come down to September before we find out a winner?
Yeah, the National League is a different animal altogether. I think the Dodgers, end up winning that. But as far as the other divisions, I think they're up for grabs.
Okay, very good. Wes, what say you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the Chicago Cubs this year. They, I think I heard a stat last night in the game that this is the best hitting Chicago Cub team since the 30s or the 40s. Which is, saying a lot hitting in Wrigley Field. So very impressed with the Cubs.
Was that when Robert Redford was playing for them?
That was like pre-Ernie Banks.
Oh yeah, that was the Knights. I'm sorry, New York Knights. My bad.
That was with Wonder Boy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of movies,
and the Savoy Special.
Yeah. I have no idea who's going to win the NL East. It's obviously looks like it's a race between the Mets and the Phillies. I do think that Detroit, holds serve there in the AL Central. I do have a ticket on them to win that division, so that looks pretty good. The AL East looks like it's up for grab. The Blue Jays have been hot. The Dodgers, I think they're going to do their thing just like they always do. The Padres are kind of a disappointment to me, to be honest with you. I think the Padres have not met expectations. I thought they were going to be a little bit better, and the Giants have exceeded expectations a little bit. That pitching staff is really good.
Yeah,
they have a great bullpen too.
Boy, did they jinx that kid last night.
Yeah.
0.76 ERA, hasn't given up an earned run since man walked on the moon for the first. There goes a 3-run dinger.
Yeah.
There goes my under. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, if you're a Yankees fan, you have to take solace in the fact Toronto Blue Jays run differential is 17 to the good. Yankees are plus 111. So that's one of the stats that I look at a lot to see how teams are doing and how their record compares to their run differential. And right now, Toronto is vastly exceeding expectations. And I'm not sure.
What about the Red Sox too? Yeah,
that's sustainable. The Red Sox are in third. They're 3 back, and at least they have a run differential of 61, which is the same as the Rays, by the way, who are 5.5 back. I think the AL Central, you can argue that that's the most disappointing division in baseball, as the Tigers are running away with it as well. They should. Plus 87 run differential. Nobody else is positive in that division. Not the Royals, not the Guardians, not the Twins, not the White Sox. Everybody else is underwater when it comes to run differential. So what a disappointment. That has been, as a Royals fan, I told you before the season, they didn't have the hitting, and I didn't think the pitching was going to be as good as it was last year. Pitching has been fine, but the offense has been even worse than I thought they would be. And that's saying something, because it is awful. They have scored fewer runs than the White Sox have, so that's not good. In fact, I think they've scored fewer runs than anybody but the Pirates. Yeah, that's right. They've scored 2 more runs than the Pirates and played same amount of games. So just 2 absolutely dreadful offenses there for sure.
And then when they played the Pirates, they had 2 overs.
Yeah, I'm aware. Although they did hit the under the night I went and had a bet on it. So I told you that was about the best circumstances ever. Had great seats, courtesy of my daughter. I had the under, and I got to see 3 home runs, complete with 2 absolute moonshots. 2 of the top 10 longest home runs I've ever seen at Royal Stadium. So that was definitely the highlight of my season for sure. Mr. Delano, where do you see something changing from what it is right now in Major League Baseball?
Well, I think Tom, like Tom pointed out, the Red Sox, I was on a couple weeks ago, I was on the show with Gabe, and we were talking about he asked me between Toronto and Tampa Bay, who I thought had the best chance to possibly overthrow the Yankees in the division. No one was talking about the Red Sox. The Red Sox have quietly won 10 games in a row.
Yep.
And right now, if you're looking at, 3 games back, but they're the hottest team in baseball and you can get them at plus 650 to win the division. It's really interesting because, after that Devers trade, it looked like the Red Sox, they got some, pieces over there. Chapman having a great season, like they could be sellers. But now, Boston in the situation that they're in, they could make a move at the deadline. I think if you're looking at, they're only a game behind the Yankees, and if Boston is at plus 650, the Yankees are minus 120. I think if you're a gambling man, which anybody probably watching this is, I think that the Red Sox are worth a shot at least. That's really who I'm keeping an eye on. They just, they swept Tampa Bay, got Tampa Bay a little bit out of there. That AL East is going to be really competitive. There's not going to be any easy wins. The Orioles got off to too slow of a start to be contenders, but the Orioles are playing a lot better. So, as far as, having to go through them later on, it's not going to be easy by any means. So that's the big division I'm looking at. And I do think that the Brewers, that's probably the tightest division. I do think that the Brewers will, for what it's worth, they're only a game behind the Cubs, but I do think when it's all said and done, Milwaukee will win that division, although, they'll both be in the postseason.
Well, and I think getting Woodward back makes a difference, or Woodyard, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What is it? Woodyard?
Woodruff?
Brandon Woodruff. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, him, that dude.
Yeah, Woodward was the guy with Bernstein.
That's right. Thank you very much, Loud. By the way, I think there's great value on the Red Sox Friday night with Giolito going. Giolito has been much better lately, and he has been a beast on the road.
Wait a minute, Giolito, isn't that like ice cream but Italian?
It is not.
Speaking of gelato.
Oh, gelato.
Love me some Giolito, man. No doubt about it. Finally,
I like
Tommy.
that salted caramel Giolito.
Tom, how do you see this finishing up?
I think the AL East is going to be the tightest division. I kind of want to bet on Tampa Bay. But Toronto's problem years past have been their bullpen, and their bullpens looked really good this season. So I kind of feel like they could win this division. In the NL, I think the wild card is going to be the biggest thing in this over here, because any of these teams in another division who come in second place may not make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. All right, very good. All right, what else we got going on? Let's talk a little WNBA. We're going to get to the British Open, or as we call it now, just the Open. America finally the last country on earth to call it the British Open, and it looks like we've finally gotten rid of it. Although the people that will still say the Indians and Redskins are probably still calling it the British Open. I just think that's probably
I still call it the Indians. The British Open to Open now.
Okay, well, see, we can all change, Tommy. Loud, you got a little WNBA action?
Yeah, actually, they're going into their discussions in terms of revenue share and new contracts and all that with the players next week. And I just wanted to point something out, and that is the WNBA has never made money. It has lost money all the time. So it's almost like the players should be paying the league to play. And then when it comes to, and again, this is in the news today because Caitlin Clark is injured again. And I just want to point something out. Overall viewership, since she joined the league, the networks that carried them recorded their most watched WNBA games ever in 2024 with 24 WNBA events, 22 games, the draft, and the All-Star game, topping 1 million viewers. All but 3 of those involved Caitlin Clark. ESPN specifically saw a 170% increase in WNBA viewership between 2023 and 24. So, and you can look at the attendance numbers and the other stuff, but also want to point this out. When Caitlin Clark was sidelined with an injury in May, viewership of the WNBA declined by more than 50%. So if I'm Caitlin Clark's management, when we go to the discussion about how we're going to break up the TV money, because apparently they're going to get better contracts from the TV next year and for the next 5 or 7 years, my negotiating position starts at I get 30%. Everybody else can break up the rest, but Caitlin Clark gets 30%.
Do you know how much she makes this year?
Not off the top of my head, but she makes a lot more in her endorsements than she does.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Just take a guess. There'll be high praise for whoever gets closest. How much?
$74,000.
Okay, Wes.
130,000.
Delano.
I know her rookie salary last year was 76,000. I don't know how much they raised it. I'm gonna guess this year it went up to maybe 80, 81.
Okay, Tommy.
That low? Then I don't know. I was gonna say like 1.2 million.
You're talking about salary, right? Not endorsement.
Tom, just her.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can tell you we've already got two.
Hello.
We got two pretty close guesses. Yeah. You want to take a shot?
He already did 1.2 million.
Okay, that is incorrect. That is the widest gap. Loud said 74, and Delano said 81. Delano wins because any Price is Right rule. She makes $78,000.
Close to the hole.
$78,000. So.
Hey Lou, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that the WNBA used to, I don't know if this is still true, it used to be funded directly by the NBA.
Yes.
Still are.
You know, is that still true?
I don't believe so, no.
No, yeah, I think they are.
Still?
I thought it was.
Completely subsidized?
I think so.
There you go. Okay. By the way, the preface, correct me if I'm wrong, when you're talking to Loud, never have to use it. You never have to say that. That's just superfluous because he'll do that anyway. So, all right, very good. I have discovered after making my first 2 NBA plays this year, just to keep my premium subscribers happy, that I don't know shit about the NBA or the WNBA. I hit an over on Monday night. Pretty happy about that. And then I had Indiana to cover that big number last night, and they were off and running there in the second quarter, and then just decided, we're going to have this be a close game.
Can you get action on the number of missed shots in a game?
No.
Number of missed shots?
Yeah.
Probably somewhere.
I don't think you can. I don't think there's a market for that.
And now, are you saying they shoot worse than the men?
No, I'm just saying that of the games that I've watched, it seems like I see a lot of missed shots.
Yeah.
I would be curious.
WNBA is.
I would be curious to see if that's accurate, because I don't know that it is. I would
think the men make a lot more inside the paint than the women do, and that would really be the big difference.
Well, I mean, you can, if you want to go look, you can just go to Covers or whatever website and look at field goal percentages. That'll kind of give you an idea.
Well, let's see. The best shooting team in the WNBA, there's 3 of them that shoot 45, or four of them that shoot 45% or better. So if you go over here to the
and keep in mind that's without slam dunks too, because they don't dunk. That's all layups,
right.
Outside shots.
That is the killer for sure. Field goal percentage, the men shoot a little bit higher, 48 for a couple, 46, and 45.6 for the Thunder. So the Thunder shoot about as well as the best WNBA team. So I would call that the difference of being able to pretty much have a guaranteed basket within 3 feet of the hoop. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, that's the big difference.
So I don't think they're missing, as far as your observation of they're just out there missing shots. I don't think that's entirely accurate. So I don't mind the WNBA game. It's a lot more like basketball used to be. There's a lot more passing. There's a lot more plays, as opposed to just kind of
hero ball.
a one-on-one Euro ball league that the NBA is kind of morphed into, or and they don't depend on the three so much. So there you go. So you got any plays for tonight you want to talk about, Lou?
No,
Okay.
no WNBA plays for tonight. I'm gonna go to the football futures when you come back around.
Okay. All right. Real quick, Wes, you got any WNBA you're working on tonight?
Yeah, so I do have a pretty sizable premium play on the Fever Liberty side. I'll talk about the total a little bit. So I do like the under in this game.
Caitlin Clark's out of that game tonight.
Yes.
Correct?
So
Yes.
Caitlin Clark, so she is out, and ironically, even though I don't think that she has an actual groin, she is out with a groin injury. So that being said, I think I do.
That's
A groin.
Yeah,
she
full
has a
groin
groin,
muscle.
but, I mean,
you never. I guess you never know these days.
Don't make me pull down the chart.
I know. Cool biology.
I'm
segment.
saying.
So anyway, I like the under tonight. It's 163.5. No Caitlin Clark. I think they might struggle a little bit without her on offense. And also, they're on the back-to-back as well, so they might have some tired legs. As it relates to the Aces and the Wings, they play at 8 Eastern. I kind of like the Aces. These teams, they did just play in the Commissioner's Cup, and Vegas beat them 88-84. And they didn't even play that well. Las Vegas, they didn't even play that well. They just shot a ton of free throws because Dallas kept fouling them, and they hit all their free throws. So, but I think they're going to play well here again. They're laying 6 points here, and I think they cover that number. So give me the Aces -6 tonight. Give me the Fever and Liberty under 163.5.
That's amazing.
Hey, what is the most common injury in the WNBA that you don't see much in the NBA?
Broken nail.
And you guys, I can't think of one. But
I don't know, but I'm guessing there's a sexist comment loaded and ready to come.
yeah,
It's the strained non-binaries.
I told you.
Man, let me pull out my skeleton.
It's like a game of Operation.
Ryan, you got a lone wolf loaded up? I'd like to distance myself from that comment.
Let's please. Moving on.
Okay. All right. Solana, do you have any WNBA tonight?
no, I don't. I mean, I'd like to, but I think that the WNBA has been a little bit tougher this year. Overall, I know it used to be a sport where it seemed like the odds makers weren't paying as much attention to it, but that's definitely changed with the slower part. And if you really even look at the against the spread records, I mean, you don't really have a lot of just big disparities. Like sometimes we see like in college basketball where you've got that team that just covers no matter what,
Right.
and that team that doesn't cover, especially when you look at the teams with losing records. I mean, Golden State's starting to do a little bit, better. They're covering. They have a winning record against the spread, but for the most part, most of the bad teams, none of them have really been great at covering. So that makes it a little bit tough. And you look at you got Minnesota best record against the spread, also have the best record. So there just hasn't really been a lot of, I think it's just been a little tough. It's been pretty much parity, and there haven't been a lot of you see a lot of 11-11 against the spread, 12-10 against the spread. Even the over-unders, haven't been a whole lot of big trends and stuff. It's been a little bit of a tough.
Yeah.
It kind of means the books are doing a great job.
That's what I'm thinking, because that's the first thing I noticed when I started. Because like I said, I haven't looked at the deep dive numbers in the league all year long, and that's the first thing I noticed when I started capping was they're doing a lot better job with the spreads and totals than they have done in the past. Very good. So you got anything rocking tonight you want to talk about, Dave?
No, I don't. I looked at it. I don't. I hear Wes with Vegas. Vegas has just been so disappointing. They've burned me at times. There's a lot of times where it looks like it should be a good spot for them, and they just sometimes don't show up. So I'm not going against them, but
They do play in the same stadium as the Raiders, so it might be contagious. It might be the building.
Well, yeah, but they won a couple 2 out of the last 3 championships, so I mean, it's a little bit more of a disappointing season for them.
Vegas plays in the Raiders Stadium?
No, they play at Mandalay. The Aces play at Mandalay.
Okay.
God damn it. There goes another harebrained theory of mine.
God. I'm like,
I guess it's
upgrade.
within a 3-mile rate. I mean, it's in the
The same
vicinity,
city.
but not the
Yeah.
same place.
Same
didn't-
city. This
that
thing
just-
could wear off.
that just didn't seem likely to me. I was like, wait a minute, 65,000 stadium, and they put like 10,000 people in there. All right, Tommy.
Well,
I know
they're
you.
going to have that stadium for the athletics because that's going to fit 600 people. So they can play there.
Well, they broke ground on the new A's Stadium. I just drove by it the other day. It's where the Tropicana, where they imploded that. It's actually across the street from Mandalay Bay. It's where the A's are going to play.
You remember when?
Where the shooting was?
Yeah, that's exactly where it's going to be.
What I thought.
Remember when everyone said that sports would never be allowed in Vegas?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, people said a lot of things.
Yeah.
it's kind of like when they got in bed with FanDuel and DraftKings. They figure, why might as well go to Vegas if we're going to go all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not hopping in bed for a handy. That's all I'm saying.
It's like Macbeth said after he murdered Banquo's whole family. Thus far in blood, why farther?
That's right. So Loud gets the prize for widest disparity of comments today. Going sexist on one hand and then quoting Shakespeare on the other. That's a golf right there, buddy. So nicely
Well,
done.
I was in the Scottish play twice, so I remember a lot of the lines.
Oh, there you go. That makes sense. I remember a lot of lines too. Anyway,
Different lines.
Tommy,
Although I did a lot of your share, Wes.
you got a.
Also.
I doubt you did. I doubt you did much of Tom's share, but I'm just speculating. Tom.
Tom
Sure.
doesn't do drugs.
I don't do drugs anymore. I don't do them any less either. I just don't do.
I never
Um,
really have. But yeah, I
went
do
to
have some
Catholic school.
WNBA.
Okay, let's hear about some WNBA.
I've Liberty Fever. If you took Liberty yesterday, you're probably in good shape. Otherwise, I think the numbers move too much. New York really doesn't cover spreads. Liberty are inconsistent, especially without Caitlin Clark being there. I wouldn't touch that game at all. The other side, I do like the Vegas Aces, Dallas Wings. I like that to go under. Wings have looked awful in their last few games. I don't think the Aces are very good either. So I just think this stays under. We're going to see trouble scoring.
All right. I don't know how you have a basketball team from Vegas. You don't call them the Bad Beats, but that's just me. All right. It worries me. I got to tell you, I've got 2 WNBA plays, and they're on the 2 games that neither one of you have talked about. So right away, that worries me. So I've got
They
Atlanta.
went off then.
I've got
Yeah,
The other
they
games
already
were
played
earlier.
games.
I went 2-0 in the WNBA earlier.
Yeah,
What?
there's only 2 more games left tonight, so your games probably went early today. Yeah, there was WNBA all day today. It started early.
What are we doing? What the hell?
What did you have?
Yeah,
What
I don't
did-
know.
well, what did you have? Let's see how you did.
Well, let's see how I did. I had
Yeah, there were some blowouts.
I had I'm off to a great start. I had Atlanta and Chicago over, so that worked out well. And I had the Mercury Lynx under. Okay, so I go 1-1. All right.
You
All
covered that. I was on that under too.
Okay. All right. So not.
So you said, what is the first one you said you had?
I had the Dream in the Sky over.
Oh, yeah, the Dream is Sky over. I
Sky
thought you
got
just said you had the
smoked.
Dream.
Yeah, Sky came out and put up 49 points. It's never. That's never. That's never gonna help
no
an
Angel Reese. They were. I kind of wanted to take them, but yeah, I'm glad I stayed off.
No, that's
I
solid.
just didn't know what to do with no Angel Reese.
Yeah, if you want a good YouTube channel to follow, Delano knows this too. My buddy, he always plays it for me. They always bet every single game Angel Reese to miss her first shot, and then and she misses like at an incredible rate too. Talking about missing WNBA shots, and they always go crazy when she misses, like they just won the Super Bowl or something. It's pretty.
Surely you
fun.
got to be laying a pretty good price on that by now, right?
I don't know. Dave probably knows better than me.
Well, there was a video they were talking about. It was getting so much attention that book. I'm not sure. It's not a book that I have. I forget what book it was. They said they actually took it down after a while.
Wow.
I do think they were like 8-2 and they were making such big deals. And I think they took that prop down.
Wow.
I don't know. Always fade the Lynx in the first half. They're like 2-10 ATS.
Well,
After today, they lost it today too.
The only thing I know about the WNBA was last year where you take the Aces over. That's it. And today and this year they're the worst team to the over.
You can't do that anymore.
No,
straight up. I mean, it was high prices, but their Lynx 12-0 at home, straight up. So maybe that's a good thing. Like Tom mentioned, as how bad they are in the first half. Fall behind, get a better number, and probably jump on them live.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, I took halftime, full time on both games, and they both cashed.
Nice.
So yeah, that was a nice plus 450 and a plus 400.
It's a good hit.
So yeah, you definitely have to look out for those first half stats. Valkyries are pretty good in the first half too. ATS.
All right, very good, guys. All right, so now the reason that Loud's here, let's talk a little NFL. And you know what? It's not as irrelevant as it has been the other times we've been talking about it, because the Hall of Fame game goes 2 weeks from mañana. 2 weeks.
Yep,
from
2 weeks from
night,
tomorrow.
as we see the Loud. Who's playing?
Oh gosh, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you.
You can tell me, Loud. I'm a professional.
Well, no. What I can tell you is there is a free pick from me, free pick video every day on the YouTube channel that I am doing. And so far I am through the NFC West, the AFC West, NFC East, and AFC East. By the way, Hall of Fame game, Lions-Chargers.
Right.
Lions-Chargers in the Hall of Fame game, which means both those teams get an advantage because they don't play. I believe that's true that they don't. The team that plays in the Hall of Fame game does not play in the last week of the preseason, correct?
No, they play 4 games instead of 3, I believe.
I'm sorry, I have it.
They got a week and a half off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play 4. Everybody else plays 3.
Right, and they get that week and a half off.
Mm-hmm. They don't play again until the 8th.
Right. So NFC West, I thought I was going to like the Rams to win that division, but once I looked at it, I actually have the 49ers winning that division and going over their number of 10.5. And here's why. They have the easiest schedule in the NFL this year. The 49ers have the easiest schedule in the NFL. Let me go to the back half of the season for them, how they close out. Panthers at 49ers, 49ers at Browns, Titans at 49ers, 49ers at Colts, Bears at 49ers, Seahawks at 49ers. I think they're going to win all 6 of those games and close out on a 6-game winning streak. Does anybody see any of those teams realistically beating the 49ers, especially the ones that have to play them in Santa Clara, because they're not really the San Francisco 49ers anymore? By the way, if you never saw a game at Candlestick for either the Giants or the 49ers, you missed out because it was so crazy in terms of the weather and the wind. And it could be, I was at a Giants game with my girlfriend in college. She was sunbathing with a bikini top on in the first through third inning, and then she was wearing a parka the rest of the game.
There's an old saying that says the coldest summer I ever, or the coldest winter I ever spent was
summer in San Francisco. Mark Twain.
And boy, that is no lie. That is absolutely no lie.
No, but that was it was below sea level. It was a dump, but it was fantastic. So yeah, I've got the 49ers over 10.5, Rams over 9.5, Cardinals under 8.5, and Seahawks under 7.5 in the NFC West. My best bet in the NFC West is 49ers over 10.5. We went over the AFC West and what a cupcake of a schedule the Chiefs have, thanks to the NFL. And my best bet there is the Chiefs going over 11.5. In the NFC East, well, I had to make Tom happy and take the Eagles to win the division over 11.5. But my best bet in that division is actually the Giants under 5.5. And then the AFC East, I've got the Bills winning that division over 11.5. The Patriots over 8.5. Dolphins under 7.5. And then my best bet in the AFC East is actually not the Bills over 11.5, but it's the Jets under 5.5. And I just want to point out that, wait, who's the quarterback of the Jets?
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. What is the best season wins? Justin Fields has ever had in terms of number of games that he won in a season over his 3 in
4?
Chicago?
Yeah, 4. I'd say 4, maybe.
He had one where he won 7. His average was 4.
Okay.
So he's going to – so I've actually heard people talking up the Jets, and I know they've signed up Garrett Wilson long-term, and he's a great receiver. I'm sorry. I don't believe in their quarterback room, and they have a tough schedule. Steelers, Bills, Buccaneers, at Dolphins, Cowboys, Broncos, Panthers, at Bengals. Now, the Browns at Jets, sort of a gimme. At Patriots, at Ravens, Falcons at Jets, Dolphins at Jets, at Jaguars, meh, at Saints, meh. And then they get the Patriots and the Bills again in week 17 and 18. That's a lot of really good teams on their schedule. They have one of the hardest schedules by percentage. And I'm sorry, Justin Fields, I'm not a believer, and he's going to have to win more than 4 games on average in the season until I'm ready to change my opinion.
All right.
I like Justin Fields. I think he's in a good spot with the Jets. I think they're going to be well coached here.
All right, okay, Tom, go over the first 5 games. Go over the first few games of the season with me. Steelers at Jets. I give the Steelers the edge in that game.
Oh, no, Jets to win that. They're at home, right?
1.5. Bills at Jets. The Bills are favored by 7.5. Jets at Buccaneers. Buccaneers are favored by 6.5. Jets at Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 1.5. Cowboys at Jets. The Cowboys are favored. Broncos at Jets. The Broncos are favored. I mean, they could be 0-7, 1-6 to start the season.
Or they could be 2-3 and they figure something out in week 6.
We'll see. And then
Jackson. Yeah, I don't know that the rest of the division is too good.
Well, their break, it looks like their bye is October 26th to November 9 is where that bye week is going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to depend on where they are, whether he sticks or whether they try something else. But I think he probably, plays the vast majority of the season.
By the way, Loud, just because I can't let your insanity go unchecked, Kansas City Chiefs have the 27th hardest schedule this season, according to Warren Sharp.
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
Just let you know. Your beef is the fact that they play a lot of home games against the good teams.
My beef is all their easy games are on the road, and all the hard teams they play are in Kansas City, which is advantage Kansas City in a big way.
Right. Oh, it is. There's no question about that. And I don't know. I mean, and I think putting together an NFL schedule for 32 teams has got to be a lot like putting together the world's hardest Rubik cube. Because you've also got teams that use their stadium for other things. They've got concerts coming in, things like that. They've got dates where they can't use the stadium, so they have considerations as far as the MLB playoffs go. If they have proximity, like in Kansas City, you can't really schedule home games during like the wild card because you can't have the Royals and the Chiefs play in the same day, or at least you try to avoid it because they share a parking lot. So I just wanted to clarify that you don't have a team playing a first place schedule that's ever going to play an easy schedule. Now they do luck out on the 2 conferences that they play this year because they've got the AFC South, which is dog shit pretty much, and they also have the NFC East, which is kind of a good news bad news situation. You've got Philadelphia and Washington, obviously very very good teams, and then you've got Dallas and the Giants on the other side. So
that's why I think the Denver Broncos are going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Certainly get a good.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah, great coaching. Both sides, their offensive line, their defensive line is strong. I think Bo Nix is going to be a lot better. They have some weapons over there. I think they're going to be the best team in the AFC.
All right. Well, there you go. That's a bold prediction from Tom.
Or at least the number 1 seed.
You guys are.
I don't know that they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Who's running the ball again for him?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Good chat. RJ Harvey is their number one running back in Denver.
All right. See, so I still don't know.
Being backed up by J.K. Dobbins. So there you go.
I thought RJ Harvey was a game show host.
I thought it
Steve Harvey.
I thought it was a female rocker. It's PJ Harvey. Never mind.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Did someone Kiss Me Deadly?
No, that was Lita Ford.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay. So that's very good. Anybody else got any? And Tom threw out a bold take there. That's the kind of bold out on an island takes that we like around here, no matter how misguided and insane it might be. That's a good job, Tom.
I'm going to take the Chiefs, the Bills, or the Ravens for the top seed.
It does seem like the smart play, but it's. And I will say,
I think Denver's going to be good.
As a Chiefs fan, that is a good Denver team. There's no question about it.
They're good.
They got a great defense. I'm not sure about the sophomore jinx with Bo Nix. A lot of times you see guys in their second season, the league gets a book on them. They learn their tendencies, and it doesn't go as well as their rookie campaign did when they take the league by storm. So we'll see how that goes. They've got a nice couple of receivers. I don't know about Devon Fell, but they've got Cortland Sutton. They've got Marvin Mims, two guys there. They don't have a lot of depth at the wide receiver position. Solid offensive line. So, we'll see.
That's the potential Achilles heel for the Buffalo Bills is their receiver room is just kind of meh.
Yeah, it's not great. And that's really, and they've kind of got the same thing. The Chiefs have kind of got a couple of guys finally that can catch the football, and they drafted both of them. But the Bills, I'm not really sure what they're doing there. They're running out Shakir, which is fine, although more of a deep guy, and then they've got Keon Coleman and Josh Palmer. Yeah, I don't know.
They'll use the tight end a lot. Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, they must like Palmer.
They've got Knox and Kincaid. They do probably have the top tight end tandem in the league. Anybody got two better than that?
Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely for the Ravens.
That's fair. That's fair. I think they're on the same level. I'm not sure I would call one better than the other. I liked Likely since he was at Coastal Carolina. I always thought he was part of the greatest receiver tandem in the world as far as names go. You had Hiley and Likely.
Yes.
in playing at the same time. So.
That's almost as good as the Pittsburgh Panthers on the same team had Kenny Pickett and Cody Blewett.
Nice.
The kicker and quarterback. Couldn't have been any more perfect.
Outstanding. Wes, you got any early NFL bets? Anything you're looking at?
I think is Stephon Diggs on the Patriots now?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so too. Whatever happened with him and that pink substance that he said he had no idea what it was? They ever
what?
You didn't hear about that?
The cocaine on the boat.
Yeah, was that Nicki Minaj he was with? He was with some. I don't know if they're dating or whatever, and he had some kind of.
He was dating Cardi B.
Cardi B, that's who it was. He had
but it was not Cardi B in that video. It was like three other women. He's holding like a pink substance. They're asking for it, and he's like, call me daddy.
Don't do it all. Don't use it all.
What? A pink substance?
It was a pink powder, so we have no idea what it is.
I still have no idea what it is. What the hell is
that? There is a strand of high-end cocaine that is pink.
Really?
What?
Yes. Yeah, there is a strand of high-end cocaine that is pink.
When did that happen?
I've got a friend of mine who's
Lau's been doing that shit since the 70s.
I've got a friend of mine who does I've got a friend of mine who does drug interdiction for the DEA.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
well, yeah. That being said, I like the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to be pretty good this year. I don't know that
I'm with you. I love them.
Yeah. I think that Vrabel's going to come in and do a very good job. I think he was built for that job. I think that Drake May is going to take a step forward this year. I think they're going to be pretty good. Well, my stance on
wait. Let's I want to back up a second. What do you mean they're going to be good? They're going to be over their win total, or they're going to compete?
I think the Patriots. I think the Patriots have a chance to make the playoffs this year.
This
So
year.
you like them over 8.5 wins?
Over 8.5, and I'm with Wes. I think it could be a playoff team.
I like Vrabel too. I think he's a good coach. They made some moves. How good do you think Drake May's going to be this season?
I think he'll be good. He made some
Tell
strides
me the
last year.
greatest quarterback. What's the greatest quarterback that Mike Vrabel ever had in Tennessee?
Nobody.
Tannehill.
Yeah, probably Tannehill.
What would he be? Bottom 15?
Yeah.
In any given season?
Probably.
All right.
Yeah.
Loud, name one defensive player for the Patriots.
Doesn't matter to me. In fact, I said that in the video where I said the Patriots are going to be over 8.5. I said, you can't name a lot of great players that ever played for Mike Vrabel except for Derrick Henry. He's the only one that sticks out. And I know there was one really good receiver they had for a while, but it was at the tail end of his career. But yeah, his defenses, I don't remember them having a lot of, really brand name players. They just played great defense.
Okay. All right. So you guys are bullish on the Patriots. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I like the Patriots.
I like them.
I'm
kind of
over.
Who isn't dying for a Patriots dynasty?
Seriously.
The entire world. I think.
I do agree with Tom too. I agree with Tom. I like the Broncos too. I think the Broncos are going to do well. I don't know that they're going to win the AFC or anything, but I think they do.
Are they going to win the AFC West?
No, the schedule doesn't play out as well for them as it does for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to be a good team though.
All right.
My stance too, and you guys could probably agree with me on this because we were talking about the Niners maybe winning that division and those last 6 games. But my whole thing with season win totals, I'm either taking unders that I really like or I'm not playing. I don't like overs on season win totals, and it's the injury. So you're one quarterback injury away from your whole season ending in week 4 and going 6-10 when your season win total was 8.5.
Or you could be like the Giants and the Jets, and you might as well have a quarterback injury.
Well, Giants, your quarterback injury is to Winston, who goes to
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
You might be better off with either.
Yeah, you might be better off with Russell. I heard Russell Wilson saying that he plans on playing 3 more years in the NFL.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to be with the Giants because they got plans for Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
No, there's always someone who's desperate for a quarterback. Raiders.
Who's starting for the Raiders this year? Who'd they get?
Geno Smith.
Oh, God.
Geno Smith.
I mean, Daniel Jones is starting for the Colts.
You got Sam Darnold up in Seattle now.
Oh.
Boy, Anthony Richardson was a terrible pick.
Yeah, you know what, too? I don't know why the Colts did not take a flyer on Shedeur Sanders. Because when did he go? The 4th or 5th round?
Fifth round.
Anthony Richardson is he's a bust, dude. That kid cannot stay healthy. He got hurt his 2nd game in the NFL. The next year he played half a season. He had like 1 or 2 good games in the NFL. The guy's a bust. He's washed. I don't know why in the 4th round the Colts don't take Shedeur Sanders. It would have been a good place for him. It's a good culture there in Indianapolis. Their head coach, Steichen, right? He's an offensive guy. He can maybe get him playing well. I don't know why the Colts did not take a chance in Shedeur. They had plenty of chances to take a chance, too, and they didn't.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a lot of these teams that are looking for – when you look around, you see who's starting, and you think they're once you're not paying them first-round money or now, as it turns out, even second-round money, and they've got some problems there. But you're not taking them in the 4th round, the 5th round. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, Delano's got connections to the Browns front office. So, Dave, who's going to end up winning that starting job in Cleveland?
I think Flacco's going to win the job, and then the team will probably start off 1-7, best case scenario 2-6, and then before it's all done, we'll probably see everybody at some point. I think Flacco's going to start off. And then we'll see some losing, and then we'll probably see Shedeur and Gabriel. I'm not sure in which order, but I think we'll see all 3 of those guys.
And it's interesting you say it's interesting.
They got Kenny Pickett. They're going to have 4 quarterbacks on their roster.
No, I don't think I think Pickett will probably get moved. I think Flacco. I think they'll go into the. We'll see what happens, but I think Flacco's going to start beginning the season, and then Gabriel.
No, it's really interesting that you say that, and here's my take on that. Joe Flacco is not the future. Period. And you've got 3 other guys that might be. Wouldn't you be better off giving each of them like 5-6 games? If you know you're going to not be competitive anyway?
Well, I mean, Flacco did lead them to the playoffs a couple years ago. So I think that if there's any, you're not really looking at it as you're not going to be competitive anyway. If there's any chance.
You just said they're going to be 1-7.
Well, yeah, but if I'm coaching the team, I can't go in there and say we're going to be 1-7 and I'm done after the first 8 games. You got to try it. The only chance you have is if you start Shador or Gabriel those first 8 games, they're going to get killed. If you look at the schedule, you got to Flacco, at least even if the team's losing, he could take the beating. He has the highest chance of you actually getting through the beginning of the season decent. I don't think it's going to happen, but if the only chance you really have to get off to a decent start, I think is with Flacco. So that's why I think Flacco.
Can you cut Joe Flacco? You can't cut him, right?
I mean, I think you could cut anybody.
I mean, yeah, you can.
I don't know. What's his name? So, Massage Boy. He's just he's
Watson.
Never coming back.
He's out for the season.
You got an Achilles.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then also the fan base. I mean, just from Flacco, what he did last time. I mean, without losing the fan base, I think people will at least rally around Flacco early. So I think Flacco is early.
I think I heard something about Deshaun Watson mentoring Shador Sanders.
That'll play.
Boy.
Like what could go wrong?
Oh, that's so good.
If you need a lesson on why no doesn't always mean no, I'm your guy.
So good.
ESPN not exactly on the cutting edge here with their information. They have Deshaun Watson first on the depth chart, which listed as questionable. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, Deshaun Watson will not be the starter week 1.
That is fantastic.
No, that is he's well, he may be a questionable human being, but he's not going to be questionable. He's going to be out pretty much all season. So, how Flacco is how old? Anybody know? He is
41?
40 and 41.
Yeah, he's around my age.
42. 40. I'm sorry, 40.
So same age as Rodgers.
40 even. Born in 85.
Oh, okay, so he's 2 years younger than Rodgers.
For what it's worth, don't be surprised if the Browns upset the Bengals week 1. Everybody gets excited, and then they lose the next 6 games.
That's my
bold prediction.
Let's talk about the Bengals for a second, because their win total is 9.5, 10.5. Is this their year?
9.5. 9.5.
Yeah, 9 over 9.5 is minus 125.
Did they make their defense better?
Did they sign Hendrickson? I don't think they signed Hendrickson yet.
Somebody who they drafted doesn't want to play for them. Dude wants to go back to Texas A&M.
Yeah. Well, the problem with it, they don't want to pay. That's their problem. The management doesn't want to pay. They're notoriously cheap. Other than Joe Burrow, of course.
Yeah, because what I heard, the Bengals pay like the WNBA.
Then I just heard that they kind of screwed. Didn't they just kind of screw T. Higgins with his contract? Like it looks better on paper, but it's like none of it's guaranteed.
Yeah,
I think they only have to give him $10 million guaranteed, so they actually can. Guaranteed wise, it's worse than if you'd have just took the franchise tag.
Is that right? Why would he sign it?
Because he didn't read the fine print. He pays as much attention to his contracts as Kyler Murray does the playbook.
Well, you pay people to pay attention to your contracts.
Well, apparently he's paying as much as the Bengals pay their players to his
I gotta look into it more, but I was hearing that him and Jamar Chase have like the same agent, and that the agent kind of just made up for it with Chase. I don't know. I think that I'm not so high on the Bengals. I mean, the offensive talent's there, but I could kind of see them falling apart a little. Not falling apart, but I could see them going like 7-10 or 8-9. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at too. I don't think they're very well coached either. So
Zach Taylor is number one on the hot seat for sure.
He has to be. He has to be. You know, he's got a team that's basically the same that went to the Super Bowl, at least as far as skill position players go, and he's done nothing with them since then. So,
didn't that happen in the 80s with the Bengals?
You know, our production team wanted for us to be doing a show on a day with hardly nothing to talk about. We're having one of our longest shows.
Running it over, aren't we?
Yeah, we're overtime.
That's right.
I gotta go, baby. I got things to do.
We need a home run derby just to end this thing right now. Just all right, fair enough. Anybody else got any final thoughts then?
Let's cash some tickets.
I
Okay.
think we could carry this over for more NFL over-unders and more NFL talk for next week. Apparently, something about football just gets everybody talking.
Well, I'll have another 8 teams for you by next week.
All right. We'll be ready to talk about that as well. Tommy, we're doing a NASCAR show this week, right? 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, hit the track Friday 5:30. We actually have 2 guests coming on, Tino Patino, and we got Johnny on the track. He's been on the show before.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Dover. Unfortunately, last week wasn't my best week, but hopefully we change that around.
All right, very good. Don't forget to check that out every Friday afternoon. Tom and I will do that. Loud, what do you got going on?
Lou,
Anybody?
you got anything? Anybody got anything?
What do you got going on? Anything? Anything you want to tell the people about?
Yeah, I gotta go make dinner for my family.
What are you making tonight, buddy?
I'm starving.
Actually, I'm making a scallop potato and ham bake, like they make at Marie Callender's that my wife likes.
Okay, very good. Wes, what about you, buddy?
I am getting 10 Roberto's tacos. Oh, you wanted to know if I have any plays?
Are those like legitimate, like the street tacos with just meat?
Yeah,
and
no,
cilantro?
they're not. They're actually the deep fried ones, which
Like
taste a lot.
taquitos?
But
Taquito, like rolled tacos?
kind of, the hard shell. Yeah,
Okay.
they're pretty good. This place called Roberto's out here. It's super cheap and really, really good.
All right.
Down home Mexican cooking. Anyway, yeah, I got a top play tonight in WNBA. Goes off in about 20 minutes, and I have a top play in CFL tomorrow night. The only game on the board, might I add. Tomorrow is officially the most boring day of the year in sports. There's one CFL.
Yeah, I have an MLS play up. It goes off at 7:30 total. Check it out. Plus money. Bam.
There you go. Mr. Delano, what are you doing? You're just going to keep picking winners? You just keep cashing tickets, baby?
Yeah, I'll be locked in with baseball. We'll be back at it with baseball Friday. Not like quote unquote taking time off on it, but like Wes mentioned, I mean, WNBA has their All-Star break, so there's actually no WNBA games tomorrow, no Major League Baseball games. I don't do CFL, like he literally said. There's really hardly not too much out there, but I'll be looking at probably having the baseball games in there even earlier. So I'll probably have those baseball picks for Friday and sometime tomorrow.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, we've already lost Loud because it's 4:30. It's 4:15 in California.
I have a golf video out too. We didn't.
Oh,
talk
there you go,
about
Wes.
but if you go to Hit the Pick,
Hit the green.
YouTube channel, I have my plays out on a video.
Hit the
Check
green.
that out.
Yeah, hit the green. I saw it.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a nice
we
little.
can-
That's a nice little subliminal name there, Tom.
It's a great name. We are way smarter than we realized when we came up with the name for this website.
That's right.
It works for so many offshoots of the show. So, very good. Yeah, we didn't even get to the Open. So there you go. Tom, give us a pick. Give us one pick for the Open.
I like 3 guys. John Rahm.
Okay.
I like Matt Fitzpatrick, and I love Russell Henley. Fitzpatrick and Henley are fucking great prices, so jump on them. It's going to be a tough tournament. I love watching these kinds of tournaments. Last major.
Can we have Tommy
It's
Fleetwood
also
to
at
lead after round
1:30 in the
3?
morning, Eastern Standard Time. So you got to
All
wake
right.
up early to watch it.
Very good. All right, guys. Well, if you haven't dropped off yet, you're ahead of 2 of the people that are on the show. So congratulations. We'll do this every week, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So make sure you tune in each and every Wednesday to Hit the Pick Founders Show. And don't forget to stop by hitthepick.com. Check out all the great deals we've got going on over there on all of the red hot cappers. All right, you guys have a great week. Good luck this weekend. Hang in there tomorrow. There'll be more Sports Friday. You can do it. Just talk to the wife and the kids. Just freak them out. Just surprise the hell out of them. And we'll be back next week and probably talk a little more NFL football. All right, you guys take care, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.